Hey there, my fellow builders, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the Last Play Blight. Episode 17, Proper Walls and a Roof. Hey Elric, I found you! Here he is. Welcome to our camp. Have you made it to the swamps and found anything of interest? Yes, take a look, give items. I gave 100 grams of slime. Very interesting. Definitely a substance that would thrive in the damp swampland environment. Thank you for bringing this to us. We will study this sample closely and conduct some experiments. We will send a letter with any discoveries we may find. In the meantime, be on the lookout for any other useful samples you may come across. Stay safe out there. Also, yeah, there's like dried human skulls and bones in their cave. Why you trust these people that you can't even see their faces, I don't know. But it's good that we can't see their faces because you, the player, have one ugly mug. You are not a handsome man. Well, I mean, I guess that's like left up to interpretation. But hey, the good news is, there's iron here. So what do you want me to do next? The journal task would be making a steel sword. If you want me to make a steel sword, and then I could build up the shelter more, I could farm more, you know, whatever you guys want. But you can see the new pick that I made got through that node a lot better than the other pick I was using, which like took forever and a day. I wonder if there's other caves along this, so I'm obviously right here, right? This is the Followers of the Divine Flame. So let's check the rest of this mountain to see if there's other iron deposits while I'm out here already. Because it could hurt. Also, I'll pick up some golden seal. Nope, I don't see any other nodes. I'm going to check the other side of the face. So the caves always spawn in these like sheer cliffs. So if you're looking for where caves will generate. And also, as I said before, I'm at like day 10 or whatever. And is that true? Day 9. And the pine cones that I'm finding are about 10% diseased. So the game gets roughly 1% diseased per day. And this newly generated terrain is now reflecting that. You know, because I've never been up this way. So everything around here is roughly 10%, you know, diseased. Let's pick up some oleander for the first time, too. So, taken from oleander plants can be burned to create toxic smoke, and golden seal root can be crushed as a cooking ingredient. There wasn't any other caves along this. There wasn't even tin or copper. So, we'll head back. So, I came east-northeast to get here, so I need to go, you know, west-southwest to get home. I don't know why I mentioned that. I shouldn't assume that you guys are stupid. That was mean of me, and I apologize. But for real, my sense of direction is like, I have some disability, IRL. Like, I could get lost in my own backyard level of bad directions. So, so maybe some of you are like me and need me to spell it out. What's funny is I learned, like, I actually trained my brain to deal with like a bad sense of direction a little bit because I played a lot of Rust. And if you have ever played Rust, you know the worlds are procedurally generated, and getting lost in Rust is like a death sentence a lot of the time. So I got better. I honestly had a better sense of direction after playing like 1,000 hours of Rust than I did prior. Just because I trained that part of my brain so much in playing Rust. So thank you, Rust. And for those that don't know, Rust is like an open world survival craft game with a lot of PvP, and I played Rust back when there was not mapping, so you just had to kind of memorize the terrain. And that's what made me good at Rust. So I should just, at this point, travel west to hit the road. I think I see the road up ahead. And that will be a pretty good indicator of how to get home. Yeah, it became less rusty because of Rust, exactly. You got a good sense of direction, just not in game? I feel like, for me, I have a bad sense of direction IRL. I have a much better sense of direction in-game, but that's also because I'm a content creator and, like, constantly getting lost would just be embarrassing, so it's something I, like, work at, so I don't suck at. And if I sucked at it, I wouldn't have offered doing the compass and map mode, you know, during the stream. So this was the road. I don't know how far north I am on it, but this road is this section here, so I just need to go this way. And if I walk west enough, I'll hit the lake and know exactly where I am. What's also funny is because of the pre-generated pinecone contamination, I can tell, like, when I'm getting close to home, because the pinecone contamination goes down. You guys want me to build up the shelter? What do you want me to build? What to build for the shelter? Walls and roof. Fence. So fence would be like a fencing off the area a little bit. Now that you've seen all of the... Where is this lake? Is that it? Up there? Now that you've seen all of the, I feel like I'm actually... Well, I'm not lost, because I can find my way back to the road. But... Oh, you know what? I need to be going south. Way more south. That's why I wasn't getting home. I was like, oh, I don't feel like this is right. It's because the crossroads was here, and if I keep running west, I'm not going to get home. I'm going to get wrong. So I need to go this way to get home. Oh, here's the road again. Okay, so I can use this as orientation. This road, looking north, curves to the right, so maybe I'm here? Or here? So heading basically south along this road should bring me home, more or less. And the pinecone contamination percentage is let me know I'm on the right path. Here's some 1%ers. Kind of a funny mechanic to highlight. It's not always going to work because it depends on when you discover the area, what day you discover the area, but it's working for me. So here's the river that runs along my home, and my home should be right up ahead in front of me. Through these trees. And I can see the fence now. Sweet. I got to flex a little bit of my navigation muscle. I mean, I did get lost, but, like, I didn't get fully lost. Important difference. Okay, you guys want me to make walls and a roof. Got it. So, before I do that, I'm going to just spend a second to crush some skulls. And I don't mean figuratively, I mean literally. Also, I should probably gather that dead bear, because that was a lot of bone. That would be good for farming. If you want to experiment with like cooking, you can always just like put random things in the fire pit, but I don't know of any like I don't know of many more mushroom recipes. To that end, I'm not going to be planting wild mushrooms, so I'm just going to dump them in the water. I will crush the golden seal, but you can't crush the oleander leaf. So I can try to make something out of the golden seal. If you were interested. Oh, why is there another bear where the last bear died? Alright, let me scare it away. Go away. Go away more, or I kill you. Okay. It's not close enough to my base that it's of immediate concern. More bones. Exactly. I wanted to fertilize a little bit more before I continued. Here, as you can see, the mushrooms don't get fertilizer. And then once they're fully grown, they will have 1, 2, or 3 caps. So I'll know, you know, what kind of yield they'll provide. Just adding some lovely fertilizer. I don't think ginseng for fertilizer really matters at all, truth be told. Only because the things that you should fertilize are things that you consume, not make like medicines or teas out of. For whatever reason, the ingredients that go into a medicine becomes like sterilized once it becomes a medicine. Alchemy, or I don't know. But my point being, because ginseng goes into like medicine making, it doesn't. Its contamination percentage doesn't play a factor. Do bones serve any other purpose other than bone meal for fertilizer? Not that I know of. But more or less everything's been fertilized, so I'm going to put that stuff away. So golden seal. Let's try to make some golden seal tea. If you were interested in what it does. And then in terms of walls and roof, it's mostly for the walls sticks that I have left to collect. And honestly, like, this deep forest is not good for sticks. So I'll probably venture somewhere else to just collect a hell of a lot of sticks. Meaning I want to empty out my inventory so that I can have as many sticks as possible before venturing back out. But yeah, golden seal tea is a stamina recovery tea. I don't currently have enough crushed golden seal to actually make it, because it's too diluted. Well, there we go. A tiny micro batch of golden seal tea. I'm microdosing, guys. Yeah! I'm kind of kidding. So if I had to pick between walls and a roof, it's going to be walls. Walls keep enemies away. Roof keeps the rain away. Rain's probably not going to kill me. Enemies might. So if I had to pick between the two, build roof before you build walls. Except for the one roof over your fire. Because the fire also keeps enemies away. Lovely tea. Oh, whatever, empty. Alright, the rest of these leaves I'm going to put in a backpack to free up space. With the flint in here. And the torch, because, you know, we proved that it's virtually worthless in terms of self-defense. So for the walls, I just need a lot of sticks. So let's go stick hunting. And the best way to just get, like, a lot of sticks is to cut down bushes and small trees and stuff like that. Because these big trees are a lot more cutting for a lot less sticks. And it's the small... It's the really young trees that are, like, the high-yield stick trees. So it's a little weird that I'm, like, running far away from the base out west. But these large bushes are just so much less effort for sticks, as you can see. This one bush just gave me, like, 7 sticks, whereas, like, an entire tree would give me, you know, roughly 7 sticks. An entire tree takes so much longer to cut down. I do want to leave the young trees alone, because the young trees are how I make, like, a raft or other tall posts. And if I cut down all the young trees around me, and I ever want a raft or a tall post, well, rip. I'll have to, like, run a marathon to ever get them. So that would not be so good. Are there foundations? Sort of. You can build flooring, and I intended to actually build a little bit of flooring in my current base. I just didn't end up doing it just yet. But it doesn't really provide you any benefit. The only benefit it provides is like an aesthetic one, which is why I haven't built any. And you can't put a fire pit on built flooring. So if you have an entire base with built floors, you can't even put a fire in it. I don't think. That might not be true of the stone flooring, but I know for a fact that's true of the wood one. So how many sticks do I have so far? 48? That's enough for like 2 walls. It's not bad progress for a few bushes here or there. And there's a lot of bushes here, so shouldn't be that much effort. It's this kind of biome that you really want if you're trying to get sticks, because the amount of bushes in this, or amount of sticks in these bushes is enough to build all the walls I have left to build. I don't know about roofs, though, but walls come first. It's only a matter of time until a grizzly wants to kill me, and if I don't have built walls, it can kill me pretty easy. Unfortunately, the gates are really easy for the grizzlies to, like, bust down. Truth be told, the best defense against a grizzly is to run away from your base and lure it away from your base, and then, like, avoid it and get back home. Grizzlies are just that dangerous. Unless you have, I would say, the one caveat is if you have a lot of throwing spears, you could potentially take out a grizzly through attrition. But the wooden ones don't do a lot of damage, so you would probably want a few metal ones. Or have one metal one and a bunch of stick ones, so that you throw the metal one, you make it run, you can fetch the metal one, and if it ever is standing on the metal one, you have some stick ones to make it, like, move off of your metal one. The metal spears hit for, like, a little bit more than double the damage of the stick spears. And it has a lot more durability. The stick spears you can throw maybe, like, 8 times before they break, or so. Whereas the metal ones you can throw, like, 50 times before they break. God, the weird giggles. I don't know if it's coming through on your end, but, like, the child giggles is so creepy. I'm not even sure if there's, like, a story behind it. Other than, like, the woods are haunted. Which might be the only story they explain. Alright, that's a good amount. Let's turn back. And I can always come back out here for more of them. I just don't have space for a whole lot more sticks. Hey, Cryptic Industries. Thanks for all the gifted subs. Pushing that time up even more. I appreciate it. I should, at this hour, probably stop drinking coffee. But, cheers, but with water. You're welcome. If you're left with any questions after the stream, or YouTube episodes, or whatever, however you're watching this, feel free to hit me up on Discord. And if I don't know the answer, maybe someone that has played more, like Glitch, might. This game doesn't have like a wiki or knowledge base, and a lot of the answers that you have to find might be out of date, or wrong, because, you know, not everything on the internet is true. So, in learning this game, like, I did have to do a lot of my own gameplay. There wasn't, like, guides I could read to get a jump start or anything. With that said, I feel like I know the game pretty well as a result. I always try to learn the games before I play them. And this one is no exception. Nice. I think that's all the walls. I mean, they need mud, but... Oh, and sweet, the gate swings right over that stump. I was worried that that stump was going to be, would stump me. But it didn't. So I am going to mud up the walls now. My fire burned out, but luckily I have a stupid amount of pine needles that I can throw in. This smoke signal could be seen from space. Alright, just need a little kindling. Yeah, mud is not in short supply. It's just a little bit annoying to collect, but I'll grab the shovel for it. Even if it's damaged, it should be fine. And if it's not, I'll make a new one or whatever. So unfortunately, there are no, like, upgraded gates. So your gates are... their gates are always going to be, like, the weak spot into your base. Which is why people use the wooden pillar method. Because animals can't pass through... Animals are wider than the player is. So you can avoid, you know, the weakness of a gate by using pillars. Oh, it's a boar. Okay. You can also, with the shovel, dump mud to backfill an area to flatten it out. Or use your shovel to smooth over the area. So all these, like, little pit traps that have been, like, inadvertently digging, you can smooth out if you really wanted to. By control left mouse smooth ground. Because of the level of the pit here, it's not going to do very much. Okay, I have a pretty good amount of mud now. I should not carry salt on me. Okay. The amount of mud that I have here, the fact that I'm able to move at all, because there is encumbrance. You can be encumbered. Like when you're holding a bunch of iron ore or logs or whatever, you do get slowed. But yeah, I'm moving around with just a straight up silly amount of mud. Cool. Well, that's done. Do you want, so the next question is, if I'm making roofs, what sort should I make? Clay tiles is going to look fancier and take a lot more time. And quite frankly, not really provide much benefit if candles don't already blow out. And then leaf tiles are faster and uglier. So what first off, should I keep building the roof? Yes. Out of clay. Yes. With leaves. Or no. Do something else. I filled my shovel slot with bones. Guess while you vote, I can crush bones. It's not a bad use of my time. Oh, those bones are still drying. Put these back. Was it raining? Oh, it sounded like it was raining for a second. But it's not, just paranoia. Done is better than perfect, you think? I agree. It's, it would take me a while to collect all the clay required for the clay tiles. And the clay tiles, the only advantage that clay tiles give you is that they protect candles from wind. Regular leaves still protect you from rain. So there really isn't a big advantage of clay tiles over leaves unless you're trying to specifically protect an area for candle usage. Which is why I don't think investing a lot of my energy, effort, and time into making clay tiles is worth it for a finite stream. You know, if I was playing on my own, maybe the math would be a little bit different, but, you know, I'm playing for you guys, so. Okay, both that's treated, nice. Or no, is that fully treated? No, it's 0%. Let's Fill that back up with water, and then I'll continue. I can always swap it out, yeah. And at no loss, too. You can break down a roof, move your roofs around. There is 0 lossage when you break things down, which is something that's really cool about this game, is if you don't like your design, you can fix it for no expense. Alright, so we're going to continue with leaves. Got it? I also haven't floored anything up, and maybe I never will. It's effortful and doesn't provide much benefit. Alright. So before we do any of that, I do need to add rafters, and that's going to take a minute. Because I don't have rafters on any of these, and I probably don't have the long sticks for much rafters at all. So we're going to have to go long stick hunting. So I'm missing 8, 18, 18, 18. At least I can put the plant ropes in. Definitely have all the plant ropes. And I'll slowly relocate my stuff that I want to stockpile behind the base, which is going to be more protected from enemies than in front. Because in front is, well, the Wild West out there. For the kiln, keeping the copper and the tin there makes sense, but everything else should probably be put away. So if I'm after long sticks, we are once again going back out to another biome, because there's just not a lot of long sticks. Well, actually, that's not true. There are a lot of long sticks in the forest. There just is stuff that can kill me in the forest, and I don't get to see that stuff that can kill me before I'm really close to that stuff that can kill me, like black bears. So I don't find foraging for long sticks in dangerous forests to be wise. It might be fast, but it's not wise. So I will head out of the long forest, out of the deep forest, but also collecting all the sticks on the way. So I'll probably need to fill my backpack full of long sticks. That's how many sticks I need for the rafters. Long stick. Ooh, what are you doing, dude? Long sticks are just that in demand. I wish that the I wish that there was like a little bit more reasonable way to get long sticks, or some other alternative method, like taking long planks and sawing them into strips or something. I don't know. Because there is no alternative way to roof for rafters. There's no plank method, and as a result, it sucks to have to roof up big things. If there was an option, you would have picked half and a half. Well, I already have a third of my roof tiled. Should I tile up one more section? I do have like 3 clay tiles that could go towards a new tiled section, so if you want me to tile up one more section, that's fine. And that could be the section that I dedicate towards the distillery, if I get to that point. I mean, I can make the distillery at any time. It's not a spoiler, it's literally right here. You just melt a bunch of copper into and hammer it into copper sheets to make a distillery. I just don't have any recipes to use the distillery, so there's really no point to make it until I know what to do with it. I've been here before. Large sandstone chunks don't form naturally, I don't think. But I won't deviate yet from my stick collection. So if you want to, the other way to get long sticks, cutting down whole trees is like not very efficient, but the very young trees, these do yield sticks. Only one apiece, but it's better than 0. Especially when there's some nearby. Except for I keep sliding down this hill. Oh, that one was too young. Too tiny. Sorry, I killed you for no reason. I cut down a future Christmas tree. Oh, there's the giggles again. While I'm out here, I ought to probably collect, because there's 4 slots at the bottom of the backpack that, like, can't be filled up with more long sticks, because long sticks are too tall for that. And they can't be rotated in any way to account. So, collecting chamomile and dogbane and stuff. Well, I have a lot of dogbane back in the base, but like chamomile and... because I'm still hurt from all that medical. So I was saying before, if you get real messed up, it does take days to recover. Because of the... chamomile tea is only so effective, you're only ever so thirsty, and sleeping isn't perfect. And it's actually something I like about the game, is like, you're definitely incentivized to not face tank. Because if you face tank, you're out for a long time. For a long recovery. And there isn't like, as far as I'm aware, tiny spoiler, but as far as I'm aware, there's not a faster method of healing than chamomile tea. There's no, like, magical poultice or something. No honey poultices or something like that to cure you faster. Thank you for tuning in to The Last Plague Blight, which will really stream live on Twitch October 19th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that I'm trying to avoid spoilers to not ruin this game for others. So if you could avoid spoilers, that would be great. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Blight survivors.